A dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. Dragons, dragon school, competition, tension, enemies to lovers. You get thrown right into the plot. You have amazing antagonists. In The Fourth Wing, the plot is addicting, and each brush with death pulls you a little deeper into a magical world. A world where both dragons and hot dragon riders are real and can communicate telepathically. Hi, I am your host Jamal, and I welcome you to my channel, A Bit of Literary Flair, exploring books and modern talk, where I will be reviewing the books I've read or am currently reading. The mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. Each author crafts a tapestry of words, weaving stories that echo our own lives and experiences in myriad ways. In this shared space, we explore these narratives and uncover the truths they hold. In the description, you will find a link to the book I am reviewing today, should you feel inspired to add it to your collection. And please, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can continue this literary journey together. Fourth Wing is a high fantasy novel that follows a cadet named Violet Sorrengale as she braves Basgiath War College, where the only goal is to bond with a dragon or die trying. As the daughter of a commanding general, she has an immediate target on her back. She spends 517 fast-paced pages forging friendships, navigating enemies, and flirting with a very hot fellow dragon rider who obviously wants to kill her to get revenge on her mother. My favorite thing about this book, hands down, was that it didn't take itself too seriously. At a time in my life when everything feels serious, at a school like Berkeley, where sometimes it feels like students are constantly pressure-cooked by stress, it was a breath of fresh air. The setting was limited to the confines of the college, so there wasn't a lot of heavy or overwhelming world-building, and the tension of the story stayed high because of the constant threat of bodily harm and certain death that hung over the characters. Violet had clear character development that was fun to follow as she challenged herself, using her intellect. She had intended to join the scribe college until her mother forced her at the last minute to become a rider, to go from one of the weakest cadets to, spoiler, one of the strongest. The theme of romance is thickly woven throughout the book, with a series of very convenient plot devices tying Violet to the main love interest, Xaden Riorson. It's revealed that the pair happen to be bonded to mated dragons, who suffer if they are separated for too long. Because of this connection, the two riders can communicate telepathically and will be dependent on each other for the rest of their lives. It's not quite PG, but is adorable if you're willing to suspend your disbelief and get swept up in the silliness. To be clear, I don't think Fourth Wing is the best written book in the world. I don't even really think it's well written, and wouldn't recommend it to people looking for a work of groundbreaking literature. Violet's inner monologue is interspersed throughout the narrative, occasionally providing commentary, such as a description of Xaden as flaming hot, scorching hot, gets you into trouble and you like it level of hot, which certainly paints a picture, though not a very creative or nuanced one. Some of the plot conveniences also feel a little too convenient, and the plot structure very much falls into the common, chosen one main character fantasy trap. Violet bonds to the most powerful dragon, has the coolest silver hair, and might be one of the most powerful dragon riders ever. However, I think it's possible to enjoy a book without being wowed by the writing. The plot is addicting, and each brush with death pulls you a little deeper into a magical world. A world where both dragons and hot dragon riders are real and can communicate telepathically. If you relate at all to my nostalgia for the kind of reading that happened as a kid, back before the pressure for every book we pick up to mean something, read Fourth Wing. You might laugh, you might cry. I definitely did, but I guarantee you'll be in for a wild, wild ride. Fourth Wing delivers a twisty, complex, and unexpectedly heartfelt story for fantasy fans. A certain death had me deep, deep in my feels. It has somewhat of a slow start as Yarros builds the intricacies of Navarre, how the dragons factor in, and sets the scene for Violet's different relationships at Basgiath War College. But once Violet is fully enmeshed in the challenge of a life-or-death crash course, in learning how to bond with and ride a dragon. The action, stakes, and energy are all amped up in a way that had me on the edge of my dang seat. Especially the final third of the book, which is pretty much a non-stop thrill ride. It's not a groundbreaking piece of fantasy fiction, but not every book has to be in order to be successful and worthwhile. In fact, a novel with a plot that's substantially reminiscent of others in the same genre, harder battle to fight in order to win over the reader. I think Yarros accomplishes that goal, and then some. Thank you for bearing with me this long. Hopefully, you've subscribed to my channel, but if not, you still can. Don't forget to check out more videos on the channel as well. Should you feel inspired to add this book to your collection, there is a link in the description to purchase it at a discount.